Very cool. So the question was, what types of partnerships and how do you partner to just grow your business with other agencies, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, because this is relatively new for us. So any information you can provide would be really helpful.
Yeah, of course. So the strategies for partnering, first step is to kind of figure out your ideal customer profile that you want to work with partners to get closer to. So you've got a target customer profile. Other agencies have that same target customer profile. And your job is to find those agencies and work with them in some way to get closer to their customers because they are also targeting the same customer profile. And in return, they're going to also want to get closer to your partners. And the word closer is important because partnerships can be, hey, I'm going to refer you business, you refer me business. But oftentimes it's not that direct. Oftentimes it's, hey, you and I are wanting the same audience. Well, how can we get in front of that same audience? Well, let's do some co-marketing. Let's do some account-based marketing. Let's get a target list together, and let's do some direct outreach through our different channels to that same list. And if you get any of the individuals on that list into your CRM and I don't, maybe you're willing to, at that point, once you develop the relationship, send them back to me. And I do the development or the software development and you do the performance marketing, right? That is a good relationship. But the point there is it's not always about, hey, who do you have that you can send me today?
Right.
It's more about, let's figure out an agenda that will take several months.
Right.
That will include marketing and sales, that will put us in front of an audience that we both want.
Yeah. Have you found that there's certain types of services that have partnered together or agencies that offer certain services who have partnered that have had more success than perhaps others?
Yeah. One of our investors is an agency called Hawk Media. They do most of their services on top of other agencies and with other agencies involved. They have about 1,000 or so agency partnerships.
Wow.
And then they have about 700 or so tech partnerships as well.
Okay. And so how, what do they offer and how does it dovetail nicely with some of their partners?
Yeah, I'll show you their partner page here. I think this is the link. Yeah, so here, I think they just list their tech partners in here. I'll share this. And you'll see, they just have this enormous list and it's all broken up by category.
Man.
But they don't refer business to all of these companies. There's no possible way they can do that. What they do instead is this company here, AudioEyes, one of our users at Partnerhub, they'll come into Hawk Media, they'll reach out cold and say, hey, you guys are selling services to e-commerce brands and we have a tool that keeps them compliant. And we would love to show you the benefits of our tool for your clients. And the Hawk Media team will say, that's great, but we don't just take any tool and just blast it out to our clients. What we do is say, well, if you invite someone on our team to a webinar, we'll start there. We'll show up to a webinar and we'll do a webinar on e-commerce compliance, right? And we will feature you in our newsletter and say, hey, everyone, there's this new tool called AudioEye. Check it out. And we'll see where that gets us. And then what we want to do is come up with a joint event or a joint collaboration of some sort. And AudioEye they'll work with their partner marketing team at Hawk Media and come up with more marketing XYZ that they can do. And Hawk Media is okay with that. And they're happy with it because every time they get mentioned on Hawk Media's social sites and in their newsletter, Hawk Media's customers see that and eventually start coming over to AudioEye. But Hawk Media never directly referred business to AudioEye.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. So sounds like, and apologies again, because I'm like brand new to all of this stuff.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it's a pretty high lift for the people who are actually on the partner marketing teams. I mean, do these agencies have folks who are dedicated to managing the partner relationships, or how would it work for someone who doesn't have that?
Yeah, if you don't have it, and honestly, you don't need it. If you don't have it, what you do is you will assign marketing personnel to an objective of including third parties in marketing content and in marketing endeavors, webinars, events, articles, all that sort of stuff. You probably have a blog somewhere around here. You've got upcoming events. Now, if any of these events are virtual, those are easier. Sometimes you want to do an in real life event, but you want to bring in experts from your prospective partner teams to these events. So experience-led growth, maybe you want to bring in, AirMate and someone on AirMate's product team and talk about how they run events or run experiences, or someone on Figma's product team.
Yeah.
Or Miro's product team, right? Or Miro's partnership team, right? And you develop that relationship. And then Miro or Figma or AirMeet, they will share it on their social accounts, which gets you exposure to their social accounts. It's good marketing 101, I think. It's what I used to do as a marketer. I never did anything without partners included. And, calling them partners is probably incorrect. It's just find people that are already in the market that you want to be in.
Yeah.
And bring them into the content and the webinars and the events that you are putting together, and don't do anything just by yourself. Always have partners involved.
Yeah. So how does one go about this as someone who has not really done this before? Like, what's the very first step for an agency like ours?
That's a good question. So first thing, what you should do is check out agency. Where is it? Agency Partner Program Foundations. So I'll get you an invite to this, or you can start the sign up process here while I'm talking.
Okay.
That will talk about what types of partnerships. It's the main focus of these courses, FYI, are tech teams. So you may hear, your software and their agency type of words, but don't worry about that. It still works with agencies. It's very agnostic content. So you can check out that. There are some paid courses. This one's free. The Partner Programs Accelerator will teach you how to set up a formal partner program. The Partner Manager Bootcamp will teach you how to do partnerships day to day. And there's one coming up here in the next couple of months. In October, we do these every October. It's called the Partner Manager Bootcamp. But this one, we're focusing on go-to-market.
Okay.
So how do you collect a bunch of partners over the next several months and then put together go-to-market with each one of those partners, which is a whole routine of data planning, content orchestration, enablement. And the whole point is activating the partnerships. Because if you just meet me today and you say, Alex, we'd be great partners, let's share business and co-market and whatever, and maybe we do a piece of content together, that's not going to activate the partnership. It's going to take a plan. It's going to take something more than that.
Yeah.
So check this out. There is a cost to this. It's very inexpensive, though. I think we're going to do it for like $299, and it's a 4-week training, and you get matched with a mentor, and you get guidance. And we're going to fill the mentors out over the next month here, but we've already got some really awesome people signed on. So we'd match you with one of these mentors. And now then it comes, okay, where do I find my partners, and where do I organize this go-to-market, right? That's what Partnerhub is.
Okay.
This is version 1 of Partnerhub, which you will be in if you join this week. If you join next week, you'll see a version that looks like this. And it's just a little bit prettier and has some new features. But you have your ecosystem, you have partner management, you have activation, and you have a directory of partners. So this is Hawk Media's directory.
Yeah.
Theirs is very custom. Yours is going to be, if you use our directory product, it looks like this.
Okay. Yeah.
So it has your partners' profiles. This goes directly to your partners. It doesn't, go to a form or anything in this version. And you can add partners. You can bring them in from partners you've connected with, or you can add custom items and showcase partners on a directory. The marketplace, we'll go back to version 1, allows you to shop for partners. So you can go in the agency users side and you can say, well, we need more Salesforce solutions partners. And we need them to know all about CRM implementation.
Okay. Yep.
And we need their customer size to be enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
And then we open these up and we say, okay, Nizway, interesting. Okay, HubSpot Elite partner, but they're also doing Salesforce stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Partners with HubSpot. That could be good. And you request partnership.
Oh, interesting.
And you say, hey, I saw you were selling HubSpot services to enterprise clients. We're more on the Salesforce side. We do Magento stuff. We'd love to partner with you and see if we can do something together.
Yeah.
Or, I saw your LinkedIn profile and I saw you were talking all about this stuff. And, you seem like you know a lot about it. We're actually looking to put together a webinar on the topic. Would you like to come in and be a part of that webinar?
Yeah, that's so cool.
And then your partners show up. And in this version, you are on a call with Create Square, this partner here, and you say, all right, well, what are our objectives for Q1? What are the timelines for the next 6 months? What are you promising me? And what am I promising you? So you create your memorandum. If Create Square has any sales resources or enablement assets, they'll show up here. So if you're on a call with a client and you think you have a partner that you could refer them to, you can quickly open up Partnerhub, check out the docs, check out their profile and say, hey, you mentioned you need this. And actually we have a partner for that. And then while you're on the call with that client, you can quickly spin out the referral.
Wow.
And send the referral.
That's awesome. What is the what are those things in the top right? We have the little blue check marks. Is that just things that they've agreed to do, or is that part of the memorandum?
Yeah, that's on their side. They just select what they do for partners. So some people will buy lunch during Lunch and Learn. Some people won't. Some people will co-sell. Some people won't. Most people check all the boxes, but some don't.
Okay, cool. And these are all people who represent agencies who are willing and looking for partners actively.
Yeah, these are tech companies, typically partner teams. Sometimes founders of the tech companies will run their Partnerhub account, but mostly it's partner managers on the tech side. And then on the agency side, most of these guys are the founders, director of marketing, you see here.
Yeah.
So it depends who runs their account.
Can I see how? Oh, I'm so sorry. Can I see how many people are in the Atlanta area?
We don't do searches by city, unfortunately. We do.
Oh, it's country.
United States.
Oh, okay. But it would show you where they're located. Or I guess you could go to their website and find out.
Yes. You can go to their website and find out. And country, I think we just do country. Yeah, in this version. Version 2, I'm not sure what the guys decided to do, honestly, about location. I think we're still doing country.
Yeah, just because it like an in-person event, unless you were to travel, right? It's hard to do that with in-person events, but I'm sure there's a good number of ones in Atlanta just because of the tech hub in that area.
Yeah, in that world, what you would do is just search LinkedIn for the profile and you can invite a prospect and say, no, I don't have their email.
Right.
Put their URL, and then it's up to us to go out and get them into Partnerhub.
Interesting.
Now, if you meet them, like say you cold emailed someone or DM'd them on LinkedIn and they got on a call with you and they're like, yeah, actually, I'd love to do an event with you. The next step for you would be like, oh, well, let's do the event. I actually use this platform called Partnerhub to manage my relationships. You'll love it. You can meet partners and you can be available for others as well in there. It's free. And you can add them to Partnerhub and invite them here.
Okay.
If you have current partners, which I don't think you do, but you can import a CSV of partners if you have a lot of them. Okay. Then it goes into, okay, well, what's day-to-day partnerships? Okay, that's called partner management. And the way we've set up partner management on the profile side, and version 2 coming next week for those watching this, is mainly around adding them to projects so that you can segment and actually push them into different routines based on projects. So you say, I'm going to do an event with this partner. Save that.
Okay. Yeah.
Stage, vetting, save that. Tag, maybe strategic. Maybe they're a co-marketing partner. Tags can be, you can add a tag for just location. You can say, hey, these guys are in Atlanta. So local as a tag. And then what we're going to do very quickly after release is you'll see projects and tags. Right now, you can just customize this based on title of a tag and description of a tag. Pretty soon, you'll be able to add tasks underneath here that automatically get created for your partner as well as your team or your team when you add them to a project. So then the routine is you're on their profile, you add them to the project. As soon as you do that, the right people on your team get tasks created. Your partner gets a task created. So if the project is, I'm going to add you to a co-marketing project. An example set of tasks could be, well, I need to have that partner connect with me on LinkedIn. So you create a task with your LinkedIn profile so that you can add them to the event page.
Yeah.
Or you need them to maybe connect with you in Slack so that you can discuss the event, right? And then you need your internal team members to A, connect with your partner, B, maybe create an event page or meet me, book a time with me so we can discuss the event. And the whole idea is you're automating the partner processes and you're segmenting your partners and bucketing them, because then it gets really interesting when you start to automate emails and you start to run sales efforts. So the way to think about partnerships too is like, yes, it is in the end a revenue driving sort of activity. Now, in traditional sales, I've got a CRM and I add data to that CRM, cold prospective data, maybe warm data, marketing qualified, sales qualified, and I push them through a pipeline, right? And there's a value to that pipeline, and that's it. In partnerships and in Partnerhub, what you're going to be doing is saying, here's a target audience that I want to go after. Who else in Partnerhub wants that same target audience? And people raise their hands and say, I want that target audience. You say, okay, well, let's form a group. We call it a circle.
Okay.
And that circle is focused on one target audience at a time. You can have multiple circles. And you can say, okay, well, here's a circle for healthcare companies in the United States, enterprise, right? And then 5 people in Partnerhub say, actually, I really want that audience too. And you say, okay, great, come into my circle. And inside the circle, everybody brings data, cold or customer data.
Wow.
Everybody brings resources. Everybody brings ideas. Everybody brings support. So if you're in my circle and you have a campaign going on, I'm going to share that with my audience just to support you.
Yeah.
And because I'm going to do that, because you've added, 5 new leads to our circle in the last couple of weeks. And I actually closed one of those leads, and I'm hugely thankful.
Right.
And you can have a huge circle, you can have small circles. And then you have a pipeline of customer targets, but every one of those customer targets is associated with a partner or multiple partners, right?
Okay.
So now this thing here that shows just, okay, well, here's a partner. This will also have a similar customer profile, but that customer profile will have partners associated with it, and it'll have which circles that customer profile exists in.
Oh, okay. And that's all, we can see that for anybody?
You will be able to see this under the circles feature.
Okay.
When we roll that out. It'll be,
cool.
We're hoping to roll it out in the next few weeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it changes sales. So instead of sales being cold data or marketing qualified, and then I push it, pushing through a pipeline by myself, it's what target audience am I going after? Who else is involved in that target audience in market,
Mm-hmm.
and wants to help me, and I'll help them get further into that market.
Yeah.
And what customers are we associated with under that market, and where are they at in a pipeline? There'll still be a pipeline, but every customer profile in the pipeline, you imagine your typical HubSpot CRM account, view.
Yeah.
That will have which partners are associated and which circles they're in and what stages they're at, typical CRM stuff. So it just changes the way you do sales.
Yeah, it's like you get to peer under the hood more than ever.
Exactly. And when you get really good at it, like people do this already outside of Partnerhub, and we do it outside of Partnerhub, but pretty soon you'll be able to orchestrate it in Partnerhub. But when you get really good at it, you'll spin up a new audience. You'll kind of know which partners you want in that audience, in that circle. You'll spin up a new go-to-market, and then you'll be pulling cold partners from LinkedIn and telling them what's going on. And you've got this circle, you're going to market. We'd love to be involved with you. Invite them into the circle. And then everybody's going to connect their accounts and be okay with connecting their accounts, because you're sharing your accounts and I'm sharing my accounts. And I'll be able to see what companies you're actually targeting right now. And I'll be able to tell you, like, I see you're targeting that company. I'd love a contact at that company. Who do you know? And you'll say, sure, I'll tell you who I know. And let me check your contacts out and see if there's any overlap. And you'll say, you know what, I know that person, and I'd love to have a contact at that company. And you trade contacts and make warm introductions. And if you can't make warm introductions, it goes back to this co-marketing thing where you say, I don't have an introduction for you. I don't know them that well. But what I can do is create a piece of content, and I'll push it out in our newsletter, and I'll make sure that that person gets a link to that content, and that content has your logo and has your interview in it.
Right. That is really cool. So what is the pricing? Is this monthly pricing?
This is all free for agencies right now. Our paywall for agencies won't be coming out until probably August, maybe. Right now, only tech users have a paywall. It's free for both sides to use all the features that I mentioned. The circles feature will be free. There'll be a free version for agencies. It'll start becoming a paid version when you connect accounts, when you use our referral payout feature, Stripe Connect. And then there's some premium integrations as well that will be under a paywall. But everything I showed you today is free. Wow,
that's really cool. I mean, I had no idea something like this existed, and it just feels like it's, I don't know, just like totally streamlining work that needs to be done, or work that's already been being done by our growth team. It's just kind of one-off instead of all in one place. So this is really cool. I'm excited to bring this back to my team.
Yeah, everyone's been pretty excited about it. So I think you'll get a lot out of it if you use it correctly. And yeah, just really be open and kind of figure out target audience, and then buckets of what types of partners will support your efforts towards that target audience.
Yeah.
and organize yourself correctly. And then the first set of integrations, it'll be Zapier first. So you'll be able to push partners into CRM, trigger emails, Slack notifications, that kind of stuff. Then we'll go into the circles feature, which will take us probably a month or so to get rolled out. After the circles feature gets rolled out, we'll go into more integrations, Slack, HubSpot, Salesforce, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then your paywall will probably be sometime August, I'm guessing August, September somewhere, which will be an upgrade, but you can stay on the free account if you are happy in the free account.
Real quick, what's live offers?
Oh, that is a very good question. Let's do that real quick. Live offers are submitted by tech companies. They are co-marketing opportunities, typically, sometimes free accounts, guests on podcasts, be included in articles. You do have to qualify for them.
Qualified to post them or qualified to respond to them?
Qualify to respond to them. So these guys are looking for, I don't know what this is. They usually write something there, but these guys are an e-commerce D2C SMS platform. So if you don't have customers that are doing large scale SMS e-commerce stuff, then you wouldn't be a fit. But maybe you do. If you're a fit, you accept down here.
Oh, interesting.
And it goes right into his calendar. And you get that going. So you'll see those show up. They'll actually create a notification for you. And they'll show up on your dashboard. In the new version, I believe we're doing it on the dashboard as well in the top left here. So live offers, you'll see them all here.
Okay.
And they do get emailed to you because they are super valuable and they are first come, first serve. Sometimes there's only like 2 or 3 spots.
Okay.
And then your feature, if you want to broadcast, is called opportunities. Opportunities are referrals, projects. Like I have a migration that we don't do. We'd love an agency to do it for us.
Oh, okay.
Or co-marketing. You know, we would love to put together a podcast episode about something and we need an expert in that topic.
Okay. Yeah.
You select the vertical, who qualifies, links, and you can even select what service the agency must sell in order to qualify.
Okay. And are those also, do those show up in the live offer section for agencies as well?
They just show up here in this version, but in this new version, they will show up top here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Well, I think that's all I have to convey this back to my team. So thank you so much for giving me this overview.
Yeah. So check out that course that I sent you. There is one more how to do partnerships course. Co-selling is an important one.
Okay.
So check out those and use the search bar, you know, so you can type partnerships. Just get out of this course. Everything, posts are what you want. These are articles on the topic. So check those out and then follow our newsletter. And I know we're over time here, so I'll stop this, but follow our newsletter. It has a lot of awesome tactics for partnering.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, will do.
And then we have a podcast as well, which you'll see links for and everything once we post the next episode. That's that. Please let me know if you have any questions in Slack. I'll invite you to Slack, and that's where we do our support and intros and questions and everything.
Okay, awesome. And yeah, just send me this recording after it generates.
Will do.
Thank you so